Hey, Chris. So I wanted to go over your questionnaire. I always do a video voiceover as I go through anything with my clients. So it helps a lot more than just sending over a ton of information through a text or message. So let's go over this together. And I'm going to go over some information with training and with some of your answers and just go over a lot together. So it'll help a lot with the clarifying a lot of things and talking about a lot of things. Okay, so let's see. Let me dive in. Okay, so a lot of people have sedentary lifestyles. If their job isn't very active, that usually means, a lot of people aren't very active at home either. So even if people do have active jobs, when they go home, they're not very active. So setting a goal of having at least 6,000 steps in a day is huge. It changes how you actually see your day and what you can aim at and how to have a goal to reach. So what that means is your daily energy expenditure is higher. That is the number one thing with fat loss, is your daily energy expenditure. So a lot of people think it has to do with the amount of workouts that they do in a week, but really it's about their activity and their movement in a day. So if you're at 2,000 steps for the day and you have 4,000 more to go, if you have to walk in circles or do 10 dances to a song or walk to your mailbox 20 times to hit your goal, then so be it. That's what you have to do. So the goal is to hit at least 6,000 steps, and you will see on a progression chart what you do with your steps each day. So it'll totally help with seeing what you do, but having that goal set and knowing why is a huge motivator. So from being more sedentary, you will become a lot more active and be aware of it and knowledgeable of what you're doing. So moving on, ankle reconstruction. Okay, so your ankle still gives you a little bit of problems. Usually everybody has some sort of limitation or pain. And the biggest thing is not doing certain workouts. There are certain moves and workouts that you will not be doing because of that. And honestly, I don't like to give people high impact workouts because of this, and because somebody can make a past problem worse, or they can develop a new problem just by having bad form or just doing the wrong thing over and over and over with these high impact moves. So that's why I go over proper good form, and mind to muscle connection is huge. So we will do workouts that are not going to be high impact, doing crazy things with your ankle, or any part of your body really, because shoulders, knees, and ankles are such a huge thing that can really get hurt really easily, or people have had injuries with and problems with that I don't want to make worse. So learning good form, like perfect form, is huge. You won't irritate things that shouldn't be irritated. And the more muscle you build, you'll build more muscle with having better form. But the more muscle you build, the more support you have on these, on your joints and everything. So that is okay if you have a little bit of a limitation. Usually people do. So, okay, lactose. Everything with lactose. Okay, so with you being lactose intolerant, you will make out a list of things that really irritate your stomach that you do like to consume, and then I'll help you find alternatives. But there are also some things that I can let you know about that are high protein and can get in protein without hurting your stomach. So a lot of people do have like a lactose intolerance, but it's with specific things. Like sometimes some foods are worse than others. So let me know if we get started on training, you'll let me know like a list of the foods that do really hurt your stomach that you can't eat, that you would like to eat. So then we'll go from there. Oh, great. You had surgery. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. So the thing with doing exercise by yourself or on your own is it's just not motivating, and it gets frustrating because we don't feel like we're making progress. And with anything, if we don't feel like we're understanding it or making progress, we won't really continue it. I know personally that I cannot just do workouts on my own or look up random workouts on YouTube and press play, or I can't just, have dumbbells or a treadmill in front of me and go at it on my own. I personally can't operate that way. Like, I don't feel motivated. I don't feel like I even want to finish. I don't feel like I have a plan, like a strategic plan. So when you see your weekly workout lineup and it's literally telling you what to do each day and for each workout with each move, step by step, including like the form and modifications and everything, all the specifications, you will feel so motivated. You'll feel like, okay, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do on Tuesday. This is what I'm going to do on Thursday. This is what I'm going to do on Friday, or whatever days that we do the workouts on. And then you're going to be shown exactly what to do. You're going to have certain workouts of the week being using weights, and then some that don't use weights. But overall, you're doing strength training, resistance, and you're doing cardio, which is going to be strengthening as well, using your own body weight. There's not going to be any treadmills. There's not going to be any excessive running. There's not going to be, guessing what to do with using your weights and dumbbells. You're going to have a strategic, effective workout lineup with specific workouts to do 3 to 4 times a week. Most of my clients do about 4 workouts a week, and that's because they are really effective and really good, and it kicks their ass, and it's what they need for those days. And it's about 35 minutes each. So it's really not bad at all. It's nothing excessive, but they are very effective and strategic. So that's going to be exciting. You're going to feel way more motivated because you're going to see that, okay, this is my week. These are my workouts. This is exactly what I need to do. And it's going to show me exactly what to do. There's no guessing on your own. There's no figuring it out on your own. So that's what always motivated me. I felt like I was following a plan, and that they were, like, the workouts were just kicking my butt. So but the overall goal with fat loss is to change your body composition. It is to build more muscle than you have fat. Your body composition is muscle versus fat. So you want to change your body composition from having more fat and less muscle to having more muscle and less fat. That is metabolic change. That is going to have your body burning fat more rapidly at all times. Muscle burns fat. So instead of having more fat and less muscle, we're going to have more muscle and less fat on your body. And that means your body composition has changed. That means your metabolism has changed. That means your body is burning fat more rapidly because you have more muscle. That is the overall goal. So no, you will not look like a bodybuilder. You will never look like you're shredded to the core and looking manly. That's never going to happen. You will look, the goal is for you to have more muscle. So therefore you're going to see more definition and you're going to look more toned, but you'll never be like bodybuilder status. That's super, super difficult. But your body composition will be changed and your metabolism will be changed. And that is the goal, because that is what fat loss truly is. Fat loss is not excessive cardio and eating little amounts of food. It is building muscle and eating to build and sustain so that your body can have metabolic change and your body composition can actually change. So the reason a lot of people do like the yo-yo up and down gain and lose weight is because they're not actually building muscle or changing their body composition. They're just doing that. Maybe they're cutting down their calories a lot and also doing a lot of excessive cardio, but people can't stay doing those types of things. People usually go in spurts with running or exercise, but their exercise isn't really building muscle. It's just more so burning calories. And a lot of people cut down their calories a lot, and people can't stay that way eating minimal food. They end up eating more after a while because they're done with their diet. They're done cutting calories. So I never ever want somebody to do that, because that's not actual fat loss. That is not actual body composition metabolic change. So you're going to eat, and you're going to eat enough to fuel and to build muscle and to sustain muscle, because you're going to be building muscle. So that is the goal. And okay, so you sound super ready, motivated, willing for change, which is huge. You know, if somebody's not ready, they're going to make excuses. They're going to stand in their own way. They're just going to not commit and not want it. And sometimes it takes people a really long time to get to that point after they've exhausted so many different diets and tactics and this and that. But I mean, fat loss there's really only one way to achieve it, and it's not through a supplement or a special diet or one specific workout. It is resistance and cardio, and it is eating the macros that your body needs. And it's consistency. It's really building muscle and changing your body composition. That is what true fat loss is. Okay, increased strength. You'll definitely feel stronger, which is huge. On top of fat loss, the more you build muscle, the more support your joints have, the better form you have, the better everything happens. With more muscle, you have way more support and strength and better form and just a better quality of life. You are protecting yourself from a lot more injury from happening, because you have more strength, you have more support, you have more everything going on in your body with that muscle. You're going to feel stronger. Your endurance is going to be better, and that's all from building muscle. So you're strengthening your heart and you're strengthening your body with having more muscle. So each week I do training modules. So the main thing is for me to teach you how this is happening and why and what and when. The more you understand fat loss, the more you are motivated, the more you understand it, the more you keep going with it, the more you take these things with you for a lifetime, instead of just following a plan and not understanding it and then stopping it. That's not doing much for anybody, because once they stop, they still don't understand what they were doing, and they can't continue with it. So my goal is to give you that educated, intuitive sense of you being able to navigate your day with your foods and macros, and you actually making those changes, and educationally and physically. Sorry, my kids are super loud right now. So each week you'll have a training module, which is super simple. It's something like 3 to 6 pages that you just go through and read over and soak in. And each week you're going to learn something different, and we're going to go over something specific, so you will actually understand everything of what fat loss is, what your body's doing. I go over a lot of fitness staples, a lot of nutritional staples and information, a lot of things about macros, body composition. Each week you'll have something else to go over, but nothing overwhelming, something just super simple to go over, but important things. And I don't restrict or cut out anything in somebody's diet unless it's something that they excessively eat every day. Then we just have to cut it out and like majorly cut down on it. Not cut it out, but majorly cut down on it. But usually there's nothing that somebody is just going crazy on every day. It's usually a case of their macros just being way off. They're not getting enough protein and they're going way over their fats and carbs. So we kind of have to change the ratios of those and learn leaner options of proteins and leaner options of carbs, and learn how to readjust and do different portions, and really learning our food lists and learning our macros so you can do that. So don't feel like you're going to be cutting out anything or you can't eat certain things. It's more so about doing different portions and just learning about different foods to add in your day, as opposed to cutting stuff out. So that's a good thing. I mean, if you want to fit in a pack of M&Ms in your day, we can do that. If you're absolutely craving them and you're like, oh my gosh, I know I can't eat these. But if it's like one of your days in your week that you really want to, you have set macros that you're going to have, and you can fit those fats and carbs into your day better the more we learn how to do it. So that's why you're going to have to do about 3 to 4 days a week of logging your foods into MyFitnessPal. You're going to see your macros. And you're going to learn about them. You're going to see what you're actually doing in a day and how you can fit stuff in your day and how you can plan around this snack or meal and plug it in and still hit your macros and get pretty close to them. Or you can see how far you were with going over or under on protein and fats. So it's super educational. It's not something you're going to have to do forever. It's just something that you have to do temporarily during the process of learning. But if you did want to fit in stuff in your day every now and then, you can. You absolutely can. Because not everything we eat has nutritional value, but it's just those things usually have higher fats and higher carbs. And the biggest thing we want to pay attention to is how much protein we're getting and getting enough protein, and how to not go over our fats, how to not go way over our fats. So those are the two things that you're always going to be thinking about and learning about with your food and your meals that you eat every day, which you're going to learn about. So the biggest struggle with fitness is not understanding what to do. Okay, yeah. So like I said, with the fitness aspect, you're going to understand it and see it. And that's going to be super easy. You're literally going to press play to the workout that I have shown. You're going to find it and press play and follow it. And they're going to show you step by step how to lift the dumbbell, how to do each move, even if it's non-weighted. And they can show you how to modify and everything. So there are options of modifying the moves. But the most important thing is that it's telling you and showing you exactly what to do through the entire workout with each move, and each workout of the week is set up and tailored for what you need. So that's literally how I've learned how to do everything with lifting and workout moves and modifying and good form and improving everything and really understanding my week of my workouts. Like that's how I understood, so today I'm doing upper body. On Thursday, I'm doing lower body. And then I'm going to be doing a couple body weight, plyometric cardios as well that are going to be a lower impact cardio. But you're going to see that you're getting in these different types of workouts on the different days. And that's what matters. You're not going to be doing random things. It's going to be strategic. And you're going to see that as you keep doing the workouts. You're going to see what you're doing each week and you're going to understand it more. But most importantly, you're going to see the good form and you're going to learn it, and you're going to learn how to do each move because they're showing you. And after so long, you're just going to know like how to lift a dumbbell properly and how to do a bicep curl properly, how to do a squat properly. And you're going to learn how to modify things as needed, because I still modify things. It doesn't matter who you are or how strong you are or how far you are into your fitness journey. There's always things that you're going to have to modify, which is totally fine. Like I modify a few things because I don't want to potentially cause a problem. And I just know that it doesn't feel right, or that I just need to modify it in any way. In any way, that you will do that as you go. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, so you'll probably do 3 to 4 workouts a week. You'll max out at about 4 workouts after time. Usually the first month I start out 3 workouts and then I go to 4. And they're going to be on your specific days and times in your day that work best for you, which we figure out together. And then I send over your training schedule in accordance to that. So no working out 7 days a week. That's just nobody does that. Not necessary. Your workouts are going to be effective, strategic, and they're going to kick your butt.
Kick your butt.
Okay. So yeah, you sound super excited, motivated, ready, which is awesome. Like I said, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to actually understand a lot, and that's the whole point. People who just follow meal plans or try to do it on their own, it never lasts. It never works because it doesn't work. So in your week with training, I sent over a few of the pictures to kind of explain what we do, what we would be doing, like what I do with my clients. So you'll be hooked up into the Trainer Eyes app, and that's where I do all of the logging and charting and communicating with my clients. And you'll see your macros in there. You'll see your MyFitnessPal will be linked up in there as well for us to go over. But each week we do specific things on specific days. Like on a Thursday, we'll do a mini questionnaire check-in, just going over a few things together that are super important. Maybe I didn't realize that you were needing to do this or not understanding this, or we're kind of going over highs and lows together in the check-in each week. Celebrating things like, hey, maybe you looked in the mirror and you realize you feel better in your clothes, you feel like you're slimmer. There's just a lot of things that we go over together. A few important things each week in the check-in, but I'll also do, like I said, a macro assessment each week where I'm just going over a few of your charts, your logs in MyFitnessPal, to go over macros and to explain where you did really good and where we could have adjusted things a little bit. So that's super helpful. And we'll also be going over, each week we will do the macro assessment, the check-in. I'll send you the training module. And there's a few other things that we go over briefly just on a certain day. But it's all a part of the weekly training that we do together. And it's all for you to understand things better and to see what you're doing better. Like you'll see charts with your measurements and how that changes your pictures. You'll see your fat loss. You'll see steps. You'll see so many things that you're actually visually seeing instead of wondering about. And it motivates you even more because you're like, oh, I'm doing way better than I thought I was. That's amazing. Or I'm doing worse than I thought I was. I thought I was doing better, but I'm not. So it's really eye-opening to see the actual specifics of your stats. But yeah, it's a journey. It's a process. It's different phases. Nothing stays the same. Your macros will not always stay the same. They will eventually have to change as you change. And your workouts will slightly change as the months go by. But overall, I do 3 months at a time with my clients, and then we go from there with doing another 3 months and so on. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I wanted to send this over because it's a little bit more helpful than us messaging back and forth. I like to do a video voiceover to really connect with you and go over some things, some specific things. So let me know if you have any other questions, and we can kind of go from there. But yeah, I hope that helped. Hope you listened, and we'll talk soon.